All right. We are here again.
Yes. So this time we are still, not at IkiCon.
We still haven't been there yet. But if we saw you, we appreciate you showing up.
Yes, and you mean the world to us.
Mm-hmm. I could see it. You had a twinkle in your eyes that says you've become a better person since we last saw you.
Yeah, it's been great.
Mm-hmm.
Some other announcements to get through just before we start the video is we are still going to be at KawaCon in February. It is a 2-day show in San Antonio. It's right off the Riverwalk, is the name, and it's also going to be at the George R. Brown Convention Center this year, same venue as San Japan.
Yep, it's a lovely venue.
Very nice. Got a lot of good food areas out there too. Sadly,
oh my god,
last time we were there,
don't even remind me.
We went to go to our favorite Mexican restaurant.
Oh, the heartbreak!
Right next to the river.
Oh, the flashbacks!
Where we had some of the most memorable moments with Shane and telling us deep, dark secrets.
Oh no, my brain. The sadness.
And that restaurant is no longer there.
I can't contain it. Oh god.
It is something else entirely now, and
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
The Fire Nation might as well have attacked.
Might as well.
That's how different it feels now.
Things have changed, man.
Yeah.
But it's no longer there, and that is a loss for everyone.
For humanity.
Honestly, it was some of the best Tex-Mex I've had in a long while, especially that close to a convention center.
Yeah.
Just because usually convention center food is kind of shit.
Yeah.
But luckily, since it's right next to the Riverwalk, I don't know if any of you people who are watching at home know anything about San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
The Riverwalk is a cultural denizen of just wonderful, delicious, hole-in-the-wall restaurants that are
great.
Just...
good stuff.
Great stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it for the announcements. We're going to get started on this video.
If you like this, be sure to obviously subscribe,
rate,
click any bells, rate,
comment, subscribe.
If you want us to keep the lights on, follow the links down below. Head over to Patreon.
Yep.
Just $1 a month gets you pretty much everything. $5 gets you everything under the sun.
Yep, and then currently we have another poll going on. All the art that's drawn on these videos is from Patreon subscribers that have requested that I do art from a specific series.
Mm-hmm.
This was a poll between Gurren Lagann and Code Geass. Gurren Lagann has won, therefore I'm doing 4 pictures from the cast of the characters from Gurren Lagann. The one currently going right now is Overwatch versus League of Legends. So if you have any characters from those series that you want me to draw, go over there, drop $1, go get a vote. Previously, after this, I believe, is going to be... it's going to be Fire Emblem, right? Yeah,
Fire Emblem. Because of Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, because Fire Emblem Heroes beat Genshin Impact. You love to see it.
Right.
You love to see it.
Right.
I put Genshin Impact there as a show of good faith, but it's
mm-hmm.
like when Naruto was
was in there, and you were praying,
please God, let Naruto not win. I swear to God, none of them have money. They'll just sit in the bin forever.
That's so true, though. I think you've drawn Naruto art on commission twice, maybe at most.
At most, and it's just
not a lot.
Not a lot. Yeah.
Not a lot.
If it's anything, it's usually a One Piece character from the big 3 at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's usually One Piece. I think I've gotten Bleach on commission.
At least once or twice.
At least once or twice. I know
some of the pieces have sold recently.
Yeah, and some of the pieces have sold. So glad I'm okay with Bleach winning. Is the long and short of that one. But with all that said, let's watch me draw a sexy sniper lady.
Right. I'm going to start that right now.
Yeah.
All right. Start with a little cool skull charm that she always has on.
Yeah, it's funny actually. When going back to drawing Yoko, I had to kind of re-look up her her Wikipedia guide,
mm-hmm.
her Wikipedia page or wiki page, just because I was like, all I remember about this character is from cosplayers now.
Yeah.
Just because very popular character, cosplayed by pretty much everybody under the sun back in the day. And, they all bring their own character to the character.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad thing or anything like that. It makes
That's how it is.
It's just how it is. It makes me kind of forget, who this character was because you see it reflected in the people who are cosplaying them.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I remember, interacting with someone who was a Yoko cosplayer, and that's oh, this must be who Yoko is suddenly,
Yeah.
And it took me a while to remember this character, but they were surprisingly depthful. Because, again, when it's a cosplayer, you're just like, oh, it's, sexy girl, sexy outfit. And, you look at the character as well, and you're like, sexy girl, sexy outfit.
Yeah.
And you're like, and it's been so long since you've actually seen the series, you're just trying to, like, piece together everything. But no, I reading back up on her, I remembered why I enjoyed this character. They weren't just kind of, because, like...
They're not just eye candy.
Yeah, they weren't because, like, there was so many characters, I think, especially around that time period, where girl was girl.
I mean, that's kind of how it always is. Like, the male gaze sells stuff, so that's just how it works.
I know, but I just remember particularly, for this character in particular.
Oh, yeah.
She got a lot of, hate, or a lot of, like, flack because of the male gaze. For the design. And that's really all I could remember of her character for a while, just because it's been so long. Mm-hmm. And then when you go back to a character, you're like, well, what do I remember of everyone's reaction to, or why everyone cosplaying this person was like this? And then you kind of, like, forget who the character was.
That's true.
So going back through it, I'm like, oh, that's right. They did all these things. They had a really interesting dynamic with Nia, because, the Nia being, the half human, half anti-spiral.
Yeah.
And, that whole dynamic between the two of them, and then getting to trust each other. That episode where she, it's where Nia gets her hair cut, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because she has to take this shot.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the entire episode has been, like, how much she does not like her, doesn't trust her, things like that. And at the very end, she still takes the shot and makes it so that, she's able to save them both.
Yeah.
And, it's a good scene. It's a good development arc.
Definitely.
And, you kind of tend to forget about it because it's been a long time, and all that you can really remember is all the discourse that you had to deal with whilst, enjoying a series.
Mm-hmm. Which is always the worst part.
Yeah. I think that's probably how it is for, like, a lot of different series. Like, we love Evangelion, but every time Asuka shows up on screen, you're like, God.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Or, like, I remember when we did the Mari piece that's up on Instagram, someone was talking about, I don't understand why Mari gets all this hate.
Yeah.
And I imagine that 10 years down the road, we're going to come back to, Evangelion, look at Mari and be like, I don't remember this character, but I remember everyone hating her.
Yeah. It is really interesting that sometimes is all you can remember is, like, the fan reactions to things.
Yeah. It's, like, with Darlings and the Franks, or Franks and the Darling. I personally didn't like the show, but...
not a fan.
I didn't send death threats to one of the,
the VA
for Ichigo because she was getting in the way of someone's ship or something.
Yeah, I'm not...
I don't know the plot. I just know that the character did something that was kind of bad.
All I think it was is, like, that character said they loved the main character or something. I actually have no idea, but I know it was something. I don't know.
It was stupid is all I know. It was definitely, it was just stupid internet drama.
Right.
And it was bad. And it's apparently this VA still gets death threats. But they are doing better for themselves. They actually are now the main girl in Witch from Mercury.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that. Yeah.
I'm glad to see that they're...
So they can get death threats for that later.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
Making Gundam woke.
I actually don't know if that's a thing in Japan as much as it is in America, the woke thing, which I said that, and then I remembered
the Digimon is it the third season creator or whatever?
Third season, yeah.
Yeah, who has a stage play where the monster uses, like, a political correctness attack.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah. It's, like, apparently utterly unhinged.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, wow, yeah. But again, it's just, I usually think of it in different context. Like, because the woke argument, again, it's kind of meaningless. But in America, it's, it means one thing. I just imagine that if someone was to start using jargon like that in another country, it'd probably be like, oh, you mean this word,
Yeah.
Like, they would probably be like, oh, there's a word. Mm-hmm. There's like, in Germany, there's probably a specific word.
Oh, there's a word for everything in German. That's the best part about German.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I see you.
Right.
Yeah, like, it's like, oh, you're just German, you've gone so woke. And, like, actually, the term we use is, like,
Strafen's right, Strufen, Eastern Light, and Lichtchen, Opengarten.
Yeah, pretty close.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. So
incomprehensible 18-letter word that's mostly consonants.
Mostly.
Would be my take on that. If you've ever looked at a Yu-Gi-Oh card in German.
It's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it sucks to have to, like, mostly remember characters or mostly remember things you liked from the discourse of it.
Yeah.
But it's just weird, because a lot of the death threats that came to the VA for Ichigo in Darling in the Franxx were actual Japanese fans, not just American fans.
Yeah.
But because we usually joke that the American fans are the ones you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
Which you should. You should always watch out for the American fans.
I know apparently like a lot of the Japanese like manga artists and VAs and all these people, they know not to be on Twitter because of all the English users.
Yeah, right. So again, but you talk about like, the discourse and things like that and all the death threats and things like that. Mm-hmm. It's just like wild because again, like they didn't write it. They didn't.
Yeah, they're just there.
My hands are moving for some reason.
It's a TV show. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe we were talking about something.
Probably. I think maybe it was me talking about character designs and how it might have been about the male design versus female design in characters.
Oh, yeah, I think it was.
But, or like how it's like a lot easier to do.
Go to the full-length video and let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think I remember what I talked about. Jeez, no.
Yeah, no way.
Not when it's involving video stuff. Yeah, my hands are just everywhere.
Oh, your hands are insane, bro. You're going full Italian almost.
Yeah.
I know there is an error in this picture that gets fixed later.
Yeah.
One of her, on her left arm, she has like a sleeve that goes all the way up from her glove.
It's because the reference I was using had it hidden, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like, this might be your arm.
Yeah, no, it makes total sense. Yeah, like I went and looked up the exact picture you looked at, and I was like, this is why, and I'm going to bring this up, so.
Yeah, but, it just sucks, though, like, with discourse and things like that. How it can kind of ruin the experience of a series, because, like, like, even Darling in the Franxx is not good, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and defend that show.
God, no, me neither. No way.
But, like, just because it's a bad show doesn't mean you have, like, the right as a fan to go tell someone to die or something like that.
Yeah, that's a little much. Just don't watch the show.
Yeah. Like,
you think the show's bad? Just turn it off. It's that fucking easy.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. I feel like fans are rough because they're very entitled.
Yeah, their identity is too mixed up in a commercial product.
Yeah, which I understand in some regards because anime and the consumption of anime is a lifestyle hobby.
Yeah, that's true though. So.
Like lifestyle hobbies, you always kind of like put yourself in, and it makes sense. That's just how it is.
Yeah, card games are like that. We've done a lot of card game stuff.
Yeah, and with anime as well, you're supposed to see yourself in some of the characters. And like, case in point, if someone was to be watching said episode of Darling in the Franxx where Ichigo does whatever the thing it is, and you relate to the character Ichigo, suddenly your identity is now with this character that is
the home wrecker.
Yeah. You're now identifying as a home wrecker, and you're like, I'm not a home wrecker. No, this isn't me. You gotta believe me.
The fans are sending you death threats now because you have a Tumblr page dedicated to her.
Yeah, something like that too. I mean, because that sounds about right too. I mean, like, if you have a fan page dedicated to something, you've invested a lot of time and energy.
Yeah.
And then you start getting bullied because of your likes and things like that. That's probably something that might have happened. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, the internet's a horrible place.
I would agree.
Welcome to the internet, by the way.
Yeah, I usually try to stay out of any discourse nowadays. And even then, like, back in the day, the most discourse I would do is like, what are people talking about on the Naruto forums,
Yeah, and I don't really do discourse either. It's just kind of like I'll stay in my lane and enjoy something.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't really go actively looking for people to talk to about stuff as much, just because of, like, discourse and things like that. The most I usually get is at the booth now, where like case in point, that one person who came up, not the one at Otaku Tattoo, that person was kind of out of it. The person who came up cosplaying as Delta, talking to us about why they enjoyed Boruto. Yeah, and you're like, I don't really like Boruto, but I'm fascinated by how much you enjoy this, and hearing you talk about how much you enjoy it is kind of infectious.
Yeah.
Like, and that's, like, fine. Like, they're enjoying it. They understand that it's not a perfect series. And
it's not for everybody.
And it's not for everyone. but they're not going to go out here and say, hey, I'm going to preach the word of Boruto, and you need to go watch Boruto or else. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. That person felt very, grounded in reality and was very interesting and fun to talk to.
I would agree. They were cool. Yeah. And their costume was really good.
That was very well made. Yeah. It was really funny. They're like, I'm sorry I'm not wearing the heels right now.
Yeah.
My legs
the shoes, yeah.
My legs hurt. My feet hurt. I don't want to wear this. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, that's fine. I've been there.
Right. This piece is looking good, though. It's really coming together.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it is very bizarre, though, thinking about, like, fan hate on things.
Yeah, the most I ever talk about stuff like that is, I don't know, with people here at the house or John,
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to go online and talk about stuff with everyone. It's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll go maybe, like, sometimes on, like, the Reddit for something to see, like, if anything is up. But I'm usually just looking for spoilers there.
Right.
And then I'll scroll through, and then that's about it.
Sometimes those are phone and comment here and there.
Yeah, exactly.
I do know that a lot of people, like, just who don't get out as often, and the only place they have in terms of community is on the internet.
That's true.
So that would make sense to me. Like, I always just think of Densho Toko anytime like something like that's going on.
Yes, the whole details. I love that. That's the guy I remember the most from the show, even though he's there the least.
Yeah.
He's just that guy that types details, and he's, like, traveling around the world.
Yeah, so it's like that, Like,
chat, if you've never seen Densho Toko, look it up. Go watch it. It's beautiful. It's old. I don't know how to find it.
The TV show.
Yeah, the TV show.
There's a movie as well. So
I've never watched the movie, actually.
But the TV show's great.
TV show, amazing.
Yeah. It also has random Toku actors.
Yeah, there's some random Toku actors in there. So that we were excited to see.
Yeah, I was like,
they look so young. They look so young. Yeah. To quote my mom.
Evolved? Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
You're the douchebag boss?
Yeah.
I love it. No wonder you're the villain of this other show.
Right.
But yeah, like, sometimes that's like the only place you have, and so you like,
that's true.
So I get the nuances of a lot of this stuff about being on the internet and things like that, but I also grew up in a time period where, going on the internet was, I'm going to use the word dangerous, to quote, parental units and teachers.
Got ya.
Because, nowadays a person's like, well, I'm an adult. I'm on the internet. Now, here's my bio that has everything that triggers me.
Yeah.
And has my address, my phone number,
my face,
my social security number, and all of these things that, are harmful to me. And you're like, wow, that's weird that you would do that.
Yeah.
Because, I remember that era in middle school, high school, where they would be like, yeah, if you post this on Facebook, you might not be able to get a job because you posted something that was,
it'll be there forever.
It'll be there forever, like the idea of that. But
I still just think of the internet generally as a tool, usually, that is, and so, like, if it's not a job I'm looking to do, I don't need to get on the internet for it. Yeah. So I'm not looking to go talk with people about stuff mostly. So the internet isn't the tool I use for that. I just do that kind of analog as necessary.
Yeah, and it's fine. Like, I do think I do marvel at the idea that, you can talk to anybody.
Yeah, it is
time zone.
Great. Yeah, like, it's an amazing, like, invention,
Yeah, it's great for porn too, man.
Oh, it's amazing for porn, obviously. Yeah. Any porn all the time you want, man. And even when you don't want it.
Yeah. Speaking of, this piece. Getting really close to being done.
Yeah, it really is getting close to being done. I was going to ask you about this random girl who keeps popping up on Instagram every time I open it.
Oh, the red-haired one?
Yeah.
I followed them because they had a really good body type that I wanted to reference.
Oh, okay.
And I saw the one, and I was like, I don't really have time to screenshot every single thing. I'm just going to follow this and then come back to it later.
Okay.
And later hasn't come yet.
I got you.
Which, speaking of porn as well, chat, before this thing is over, there was an advertisement for Women in Armor.
Right.
For reference poses. 1,000 pictures of reference. $12. I'm probably going to be getting that once this is over.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Speaking of over, the piece is done, but yeah.
ArtStation's great. They have a lot of good reference materials for people actually being photographed and wearing the outfits and posing in dynamic ways. Yeah, I'm probably going to be getting that sometime soon.
All right. I'll make sure to give you all the space you need in the studio.
Yeah,
don't worry. All you got to do is say, hey, man, it's armor time.
Yeah, it's armor.
It's his catchphrase. And I'm like, all right, man. Dipping.
Dude, it's my favorite part. Whatever.
It's like, I enjoy it too, but not in the way you do. And so I'm going to let you do it alone.
Well, it's like my favorite thing is whenever he says it's bleach time.
Yeah, he says, I'm going bleach.
I'm going bleach, yeah. I'm going bleach.
Full hunter mode.
Hunter squared, and then gone activated his powers.
Yeah, I'm going.
Never forgot that episode.
I'm going to go full Hunter times Hunter.
That episode where he went Full Metal Alchemist. So good.
So good.
So good. Normally he was just Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Cannot believe.
Cannot believe.
What a risk, too. And it paid off. Paid off.
Yeah. I'm going Ghost.
Right. Well, after that dumbness, let's give a shout out to our patrons real quick, and then we're going to bounce. So if you want to do this one.
Yeah, shout outs to Allie, Sam, Lexi, and of course, the OG, Ed.
Ed. The simplicity of Ed.
Yeah.
I love it. Beautiful man.
And
I hope him and his family are doing great.
actually, I also too. We haven't seen him in a while. Last time we saw him was Delta H.
Yeah, that's true.
So it'll be about a year since we only really see him every once a year.
Yeah, he's a busy man.
Yeah, well, yeah. Good for him. Hopefully all four of them are doing well. Hopefully all of y'all are doing well, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah, and may you accomplish what you set out to do. So have a great day.